So before you go open your legs, make sure they're tested and they don't have anything. I've seen it so many times when you get so overly drunk and you're unaware or your titties are out. Prioritize classwork over partying. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Wait for your return to subscriber. What's up, loves? So in this video, I'm going to be giving income freshman advice on any campus, whether it's PWR or HBCU. I'm going to give advice based off my experience and based off the research that I did to be able to do this video well. So you're probably like, Talia, it's August. Why are you just not posting an advice video when I'm going on campus in 2 weeks? Mainly because it's not like I was procrastinating making this video, but more so like I didn't feel like it would be the advice I was giving will be well received. So I'm just like, whatever. I want to post something for anybody whether they like it or not. But okay. So first thing first, I want to talk about supplies, like dorm supplies. What would you need in your dorm? So, but I don't want to make my whole video about that. I'm just going to tell you the essentials of what I believe you're going to need because, yeah. So first things first, you're going to need medicine. I got sick at least 3 times out of the week, and it was like bad colds or fevers. Like I was sick all the time, mainly because I had a communal bathroom, and not a lot of females that use the bathroom wash their hands. So yes, if you're anything like me, or if you're anything like you're sharing a space with someone, get medicine, because you're going to get sick, like regardless, because half the time the dorms on campus are going to have mold or whatever. You're going to need medicine. So that's number 1. Number 2, hard caddy, a shower shoes, and get you a bunch of towels and rags. Don't get like 2 or 3. Get you a lot because I feel like you're going to go through them a lot. And for sure, shower shoes, mainly because why would you want to go in the people's shower where that share a yearly space? Yeah, just no. I know someone that didn't wear shower shoes, but, you know, that's them. That's them. You don't want to get toe fungus, but whatever. And then you want to get 2 extra bed sheets. One from when you change, one from when you, like, one that's on your bed and when you want to wash your sheets. Like, yeah. So you want to make sure you wash your sheets, like, at least every 2 weeks because, yeah. Make sure you bring storage because them closets are about yay big. I was only able to fit all my stuff from my home because I didn't have a lot of stuff to begin with. So I brought pretty much all my clothes, but I switched them out because like Christmas, like during winter break and stuff, I switched all my long sleeves, like all my short sleeves to long sleeves so I wouldn't be cold. So yeah, like if you live close, because my campus was like 30 minutes away from my house, I switched my clothes out, and so like because I live close. But if you like, but still, like if you're leaving for winter break, make sure you like switch out your clothes so your dorm things don't be full, and then bring them under bed storage things so you can put stuff on your bed. Because like I said, they're only gonna give you a drawers with three drawers, and then a little behind closet. And it's just like, I feel like you can fit a lot of stuff in it, as long as you have like, it's like one of them hanger things that you can fit like 6 things. And if you bring that, you should be good. And then like, you want to have something like a lanyard or something to put your keys and your ID on, because you don't want it constantly take your ID out. I actually had one. I actually bought one because I realized that I didn't want to constantly take it out. So I bought one. It was like $8 off Amazon. I have a link in my bio. So you want to buy that for sure. You want to buy the Tide Pods and not the Tide Liquid, because like literally you can just throw it in, and then most cases with the liquid, like the drawer where you pour the liquid in probably isn't going to be working. So I had won this contest where I had a whole bunch of Tide liquids, and even though like it still worked because I poured on my clothes and not in the drawer, I feel like Tide Pods was more helpful for me. So eventually I just shifted over to the Tide Pods and not the Tide liquid. So yeah, you want to do that. And number 1, this is gonna be my last thing about essential dorm supplies, whatever. You want to bring a rolling laundry cart. I cannot express that enough. Majority of the times, that laundry room is not going to be on your floor, or the laundry room you prefer is not going to be on the floor. Because for me, I had a laundry room on the 2nd floor where I lived, but I always went to the 3rd to wash my clothes because the 2nd one only had a limited amount of washing and dryers for one, and it was just really dirty inside every time. It was just, the laundry room was dirty every time I went inside, and I never wanted to wash my clothes in there. And so I went to the third floor, but I never got to buy a rolling laundry because it just didn't feel, I just didn't feel like buying it. But you better get that, because it's really helpful, and you can always use that for the remainder of your 3 years. And also, I think I see a lot of people on TikTok like always questioning, do you really need a headboard? Long story, no. But I feel like a headboard just really brings things together in your room, if that makes sense. And also, okay, my last one. My last piece of dorm supply advice. You want to get them things where you can it's like a couch. It's like a couch for your bag. It's like a pillow thing for your bag. Like, you can do dorm homework on your bed. Because if you're anything like me, I cannot do my homework anywhere else but in my bed. I can't do it in the library. I can't do it anywhere else. I tried and I just can't. So I bought something, and you want to get a laptop, a desk thing. You can buy all that literally from Five and Below or Walmart. I'm gonna link when I'm talking about anything. I just cannot describe it. It's to help your deck, when you sit up so you don't hurt your back, so you can do your work. And yeah. So on to the next advice. Relationships. Long term short, you're gonna meet people that you're interested in, but whether or not that relationship is gonna go somewhere is really up to you, if that makes sense. Because just you can want something just for casual sex, if I'm being honest, and you're probably gonna get that, because that's mostly what guys want on campus, is just something for casual sex and casual fun. That's the college hookup experience or whatever. But if you don't want that, you're gonna have to actively look for that type of relationship, because it's not gonna be in them fraternity men for sure. It's not gonna be in them athletes for sure, because that's all majority of them want. Even though I've seen some good relationships from them, but mostly 9 times out of 10 he's cheating. So hey, don't listen to me, but you want to listen to me, okay? So yeah, that's really up to you whether you want to get into a serious relationship with anybody on the campus, whether it's PWI or HBCU. That is up to you. But I'm just telling you, make sure you're protected. So have condoms on you, all that. Make sure you really know up to date whether or not they're tested or not. Because literally, a college campus can get nasty, and a lot of people can have anything. So before you go opening your legs, make sure they're tested and they don't have anything. Thank you. Anyways, more wrapping it up. My next piece of advice is friendships. Okay. So I met my friends or whatever, because I was told to come to campus a week early to get introduced into the college experience. I don't know if other schools did that, but I went to a private PWI, so they did that. And so I feel that was really helpful, because I got to meet other Black students or POC students in general. And I feel that really helped me a lot to meet a lot of the friends that I really hanged out with throughout my whole year at the college I was at. However, I feel if you really want friends, or really to meet people inside your major, if that makes sense. Meet people inside your majors or inside clubs you're interested. That way you can actually meet people that have the same interest in you. Because yeah, you can meet people at a club or something, but at the end of the day, do they have the same goals as you? Do they have the same ambitions as you? So I feel meeting people inside your same major really give you that same collective mindset. Because I met a lot of the good friends, but even though we're not really friends, but we're really associates inside my classes where my major is at, because we always can get a good conversation going, because I'm a communication major but with a focus in PR. But anyways, if you want to meet friends, also go to clubs. There's always going to be gatherings on campus, and then just literally just actively go out your way to meet these people. Be hey girl, you smell good, stuff like that. It could be little things. You can easily, I'm telling you, it's so easy to make friends. You can be girl, I like your necklace, girl, I like your glasses, and boom, we're friends. Moving on to the next topic, whether or not college parties. So first things first, you want to make sure you don't show up to any college party with shorts or a skirt, because I've seen it so many times when you get so overly drunk and you're unaware, or your titties are out, stuff like that, your coochie out, it doesn't matter. That's I feel you should it does get hot, so make sure you go in a shirt like this and some shorts, and keep it classy and simple. Don't go overboard with heels or your brand new shoes, like, oh my god, like your shoes would get so freaking dirty. Like it doesn't make no sense to me why at these college parties your shoes get so dirty. So don't wear sandals. Definitely don't wear sandals. But make sure you should wear shoes that you're okay with getting dirty, some shorts and some shirt, or like a crop top. It doesn't matter, because it does get hot. I'm not gonna lie, it does get hot. And so yeah, moving on to the next topic, roommates. So yeah, I feel like I'm not really saying I had a bad roommate experience, but it wasn't good either. Like even though we both talked about it at the beginning of the semester, what was our expectations for each other, which I feel like is very essential with any all roommates, whether that's your best friend, your girlfriend. Make sure you set your expectation beginning of the year, because at the end, as the year progressed and she started doing things that you don't like, and she's like, well, you never talked to me about it. Exactly. Talk to her now. Make sure you set up a roommate agreement with your RA. So it's like, other person does stuff in the line, you have that talk through with your RA. So anyways, roommates. I feel like my roommate experience wasn't as bad as other people, but it just, at the end of the day, it wasn't good either. We had a lot of conflicts because she liked to do things where I didn't like to do things. Like having people sleep over. I was not comfortable with the people she wanted to sleep over in our room. Cause I'm just like, no. Like, all of them people was a big red flag to me. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I wasn't comfortable with letting people I wasn't really familiar with, or I just wasn't really comfortable with letting them sleep in a room where I was sleeping at, which is like whatever. And she said she understood that, but at the end of the day, she really had a problem with it. But like, you want to really set up that boundary with your roommate the first day you get there and first day you get to know them. If you're gonna choose your own roommate, you want to make sure that this person really, really gets you, and y'all really have same similarities, like partying, like friendship-wise, smoking. It doesn't matter. Like, make sure you guys have the same similarities, because if you don't, you're gonna bump heads. Like, you're gonna bump heads. The next piece of advice on how I maintained a well over a 4.0 my fall semester of college, and then ended up with a 3.7 or 3.8 my spring semester of college. I'm gonna give you advice. First thing first, prioritize classwork over partying. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. Prioritize classwork over partying or going to parties or going out in general. Like, I feel like you can definitely hang out and going out, but when you know you have a 5-page or a 3-page essay coming up, like, what I do is, like, I do stuff in pieces. So let's say I have a 5-page research paper due at the end of the month. I gradually build up to that 5 pages. Let's say I do 300 words one night, 400 words one night, and I gradually build up. So that way, I'm not really overworking myself 1 week before it's due, and I'm like, I got 5 pages and I got nothing done. So I feel like that's something really helpful to me, and something I've been doing since high school, is I gradually build up all my coursework instead of cramming everything in at one time. So I'm like, I set up an alarm, or I set up a reminder on my phone. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do this assignment, but I'm gonna gradually build up to it so that when it's due, I'm already have a good chunk done, and I'm not rushing myself. I feel like you really should use the writing or tutoring center on your college campus, because I use that a lot. Like, when it came to writing my essays and stuff, I went to the writing center a lot, but I felt like they didn't really help me, because I felt like I always like to have my own voice in my essays, whether it's a research paper or not. I feel like I want my professors, when reading my papers, they still see my voice in my papers, if that makes sense. So even though I went to the tutoring and writing center, it was mostly for grammar, like if I missed a comma or stuff like that. But because I did not like the way they were trying to rewrite half of my papers, it didn't really mess with me like that. And so, yeah, but I did use tutoring center a lot the spring semester when it came to Spanish, because I'm not really good at Spanish. And I had to take that with the PWI I was at, because it was like a foreign language requirement. Even though I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, I still had to take it. So, yeah, freshman 15. I fell victim to the freshman 15. I was like, I don't put my weight out there, but I was like 180. I was 180 and now I'm 195. So yeah, like I was someone who, I'm very much a picky eater. However, when it came to college, I've always like I was just eating because I had like all this variety of options, and I'm mostly eating a lot of bread because like even though they had like pizzas, burgers, like I'll eat burgers and then I'll eat like a sub, and like no, it was really no really in between because I didn't like half of the stuff they offered, and I really wanted to eat something rather than just starving throughout the day. And like so yeah, like I was eating like burgers every day, like, and like that caused my weight to gradually build up. And since I wasn't really watching my weight because I didn't have a weight scaler in my room, or it was actually there was no weight scalers throughout the whole campus. I don't know why. So I wasn't really watching my weight, and when I got home for like Christmas break, I was like, why am I 190? You're not going to click with everybody. You're not going to like everybody. You ain't going to want to be everybody's friends. And that is okay, because when I met people and I was like talking to them and they would tell me things about themselves like, yo, I don't have any friends and I don't know why. I see why. I see why you don't got no freaking friends. But in the day, like, you're not gonna want to be friends with everybody, and that's okay, because everybody who make it seem like having your like being alone your freshman year is not normal, it is. Like, it's gonna be hard to make friends, especially if you're not as outgoing or as talkative as me or anybody else. It's gonna be a lot harder, but that doesn't mean that your experience is gonna be any other difference. But you just gotta go out, you just gotta have that little extra push to make that friends. And at the end of the day, I feel like it doesn't matter where you go, PWI or HBCU, and I hate when people tell me this. Your experience is going to be what you make it, and honestly, that's true. Although I am leaving my PWI for HBCU in another year, because right now I'm at a community college, I feel like my PWI wasn't just made for me, because I feel like I grew up in a more diverse area, meaning more, not really diverse. I grew up with people who look like me, like whether that was Black, Mexican. I grew up with other POCs. So going to a PWI, it was a huge culture shock for me, if I'm being honest, because I wasn't used to that. And I especially wasn't used to not having a community of other black students who would be there and support me. Even though there was a BSU on campus, that BSU did not support me. And it did not support other Black students there. But however, I did take the initiative to leave, only because I felt like I did not want to pay so much money as I was paying to stay there, or I can just go somewhere else and have my experience be 10 times better. So it's okay if your experience, like if you end up just like me and transferring out, and that's fine, because at the end of the day, you're paying this money to be there, so you should leave if you're not feeling like you're getting your money's worth. I feel like I've pointed out the things I really wanted to say in this video. So if you guys want a part 2, make sure definitely leave a comment, and I would definitely don't mind doing a part 2 before the semester begins. And so yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.